Haïti, Amérique internationale. The Bridge commence à l'instant même.
Every Friday from 6 to 8, I want you to tune into a brand new show right here on 980. Then this show is for you. With your hosts Christopher Jacques and Leslie Jacques, we bring to you The Bridge. The Bridge is a show delivering the best in hip-hop and R&B with a positive twist. That's right, we talk all the talk that needs to be addressed. Whether it's the news in your community, your social life, or right down to your dinner table. The Bridge is here to bridge the gap from one generation to the next. Right here on 980, every Friday from 6 to 8, The Bridge. Good evening, everybody. You are listening to The Bridge here on 980 AM. It is Friday, October 9th, 2009, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Why don't you say hi real quick, Dad?
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure once again to be back live. Last week, you had the opportunity to really listen to our show. We're talking about education, about Haitian values, and every week, as you know, we have a new topic, or when we don't have 2 or 3 topics for one show. So, and you also have a guest, right?
That's right. We have a special guest today. We have a author / poet. You know what? Why don't you let him know what type of man you are? His name, by the way, is Yanatha Desuv. And go ahead, tell him.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi everybody. How you guys are doing? My name is Yanatha Desuv. I'm very fortunate to be here. So thank you for having me here at the Bridge. I'll switch back and forth to Creole, but it will be very challenging for me to do. But that's okay. That's why it's the Bridge. But I do a couple of things, but my whole life I aspire to inspire. So I can't wait to continue to be a part of the show today.
All right.
We'll talk some more later on.
That's right. You know what?
Very good.
I like that answer, actually. That's the most unique answer we've gotten on the show. The only father and son show where you're going to hear English and Creole, and you're going to hear different perspectives from 2 different cultures. Mind you, my father's old school. He's the old school Haitian culture. And then you have me. I'm the new school American, young
Haitian.
Young, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, basically we try to blend both of those personalities and talk about the same topics. If you're new also to the Bridge, we want you to understand something. If you want to support the Bridge, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. One way, of course, is by sending us emails and letting us know about your feedback. Want to give the email out real quick? The email is thebridge980@yahoo.com. You can also see us at www.facebook.cjacques5. You go on my Facebook, you go on anything like that, and you can find all the information that you're looking for about this show. And it's important that you plug in and stay tuned into the show.
You're listening to The Bridge live on 980. It's every Friday between 6 and 8. Stay tuned.
You are listening to The Bridge. Welcome back. You are listening to The Bridge here on 980 AM with Chris and Leslie Jacques. Today, we definitely had a lot of stuff to talk about, but before we get into, our debate or our discussion, we have a special guest today, and I want to say this guy is definitely venturing into a lot of different things, and honestly, it's very inspiring. Another thing about our guest is also he's a Haitian American who, in all seriousness, is really doing big things. Let's give him an opportunity to present himself. Yanatha, go ahead. Yeah, the mic is yours.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? So again, my name is Yanatha. I'm so happy to be here. Born in Haiti, raised in Brooklyn, New York, born in Port-au-Prince, right in the Fontaine section, as my mom would tell me. But I came here when I was about 3 years old, raised in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. I went to college in Philly. I went to Drexel University.
Drexel?
Yeah, Drexel University.
Okay, that's a big school.
I had my bachelor's in business administration. My concentration was in MIS and marketing. And now I'm just finishing up my master's in an MBA at Lynn University. I'm getting in mass communications, media, and also marketing. But I took all those things that I applied and learned from my formal education to my informal education, specifically from my parents, who drilled us about school, but also drilled us about discipline and our faith to do what I'm doing. I've been fortunate to write 5 books in 9 months to 2 years.
Wow. The first one, I think, this is the first one right here, right? Walk through this journey. Oh, no, exactly. Walk through this journey. What exactly inspired you to start writing so many books? You said 5 in 9 months or 2 years?
Yeah, 5 months from 9 months. 5 books from 9 months to 2 years. And what they're books of inspiration, short stories and poetry. The way I did it is I didn't sleep much in that time. So my writings became my dreams and nightmares.
I like that. So basically, wow, if you look at it, it's the way you collect the stories. They're very, it's very simplistic, like in a sense where anybody could just pick it up and just go through it. And pretty much you were able to get 2 of them published already?
Yeah, 2 of them published so far, yeah.
That's a big deal. That's a
What
real
about
big deal.
the other ones?
The other ones I'm waiting on because I just released an audiobook for Walk Through This Journey Volume 1. By the way, I'm also fortunate to be a part of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, which is the Grammys. So what I guess it's the first time I'm announcing this, but I submitted my work to hopefully be nominated for that category of Best Spoken Word Poetry.
Nice.
Best Spoken Word.
What are the areas that you decided to cover in the book? For example, I can read a title about the weekend. Mm-hmm. We have karma. Oh, you did talk about that. Oh. And intimacy. What else? You talk about your mom.
Yeah.
And you talk about Grand Marnier.
Yeah, it's my favorite drink.
Your favorite
Sip
drink.
it slowly.
I mean, tell us exactly what this, for example, this book that I'm holding in my hands, is it the first one or the second one?
That is Volume 2.
Volume 2.
So yeah, Walk Through This Journey Volume 1, Walk Through This Journey Volume 2.
All right.
The third book is called Bonfire, and the last one, the most recent one, is called Imagine This, Imagine That. So Walk Through This Journey is the title of one of the pieces that's in there. If you don't mind, I can do that piece right now.
Why don't you? We don't mind at all. That's why you're here. If we mind, you will not be here. So you wanted to do it live.
Okay.
So if you're listening to, first of all, I would like, this is where you should definitely start with a plug, telling the young people that our guest is going to be talking about poetry.
That's right. No.
And you know why I said young people? Because I realize these days, it's like when I was growing up in Haiti, in order to talk to a girl, it wasn't just text message, though. We don't send message to girls when I was growing up. You have to sit down at the table, get your good thinking, and write nice letters. These days, everything is hey you. So, tell me, in this world, what you doing? Do you think it has its real value?
Poetry to me is my therapy. I don't believe in going to a therapist and paying $100 an hour for something that I can write down, and it's good for the heart, it's good for the soul. And you're right. That is the way to talk. Well, poetry should be ways to talk to the young ladies, not just short text messages and things like that. I agree with your father on this one.
Okay.
Because Song of Solomon, if you read that book to a young lady, she'll have your heart, or you'll have her heart. So it's important. But my poetry is not. I stray away from the romantic stuff. The reason why is because there's a stigma that all poetry is about romance.
That's right.
So
it can be anything, though. It can be, violence. It can be, it can be. It's a language.
It is language.
It has become a language, and more we see people who decide to write these days. We have so many Haitians who are doing that, but they try now to focus on people's life, everyday's life. And when I see one that the Grand Marnier, you wrote a text about the drink that you love.
Yeah.
So
I have five of them.
So give us an idea exactly on what you can do.
Okay, so here's Walk Through This Journey. Walk through this journey, close your eyes. This was back in 87 and this kid was 9. A good day with his pop was the only thing on his mind. As they walked down the block on the way to the shop, 2 men were fighting over a coveted parking spot. But let's move on, as the kid and his pa walked into the salon, not really paying attention to what was going on. The father greets the barber saying, "I'm here with my son. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind if you could cut his hair down some." The barber says, "No problem. Anything for your son." Halfway through the cut, the barber stepped away. Unbeknownst to this kid, this would be an unforgettable day. He remembered the parking spot fight when the story began. Well, this time a young man came around with a gun in his hand. The kid was looking in the mirror with his hair that was halfway done. I guess that's why he didn't notice the very first shot of the gun. The second shot rang out and hit the kid's barber in the eye. Moving the kid's chair, now the kid is facing the gunman in the eye. It was bright daylight, but it just got dark. The man's finger on the trigger aiming for this kid's heart. Somehow the kid got up and hid behind the chair, praying to God that he would get up out of there. The kid saw a back door and started running to it. Thank God he was short, because then came another bullet. He held his breath, so close to death, so close to being dead. The kid survived the story to tell it to his pa. The kid lived in Brooklyn, and his name was Yanatha.